Hello, my friend. Let me ask you something personal. Have your legs been feeling more tired lately? Do you find yourself pausing more often when walking? Maybe climbing the stairs feels like lifting bricks, or you've noticed a strange heaviness that wasn't there before. If so, you're not alone. And no, it's not just aging. The truth might be hiding in something as innocent as what's in your glass. What if I told you there's one common drink, something millions of seniors consume daily, that could quietly be draining your leg strength, one sip at a time? A drink so familiar, so ordinary, that we never think twice about it. Yet behind that cold, sweet refreshment is a slow attack on your muscles, your bones, and even your balance. This might sound dramatic, but for many older adults, this single habit is the silent reason they're losing their independence. I've seen it happen too many times. People who were once active, mobile, and full of energy, suddenly struggling to stand from a chair or walk through the grocery store. And they ask, what changed? The answer isn't always in a pill bottle or a diagnosis, it can be in your daily drink. Today, I want to share something that could truly change the way you age, because this isn't about fear, it's about freedom. It's about protecting your legs so you can keep doing what you love, whether it's gardening, walking your dog, or dancing with your grandchildren. If you care about staying strong and mobile as you grow older, then this is a conversation you can't afford to miss. Let's talk about the drink that's quietly weakening your legs, and the empowering changes you can make starting today. Shall we begin? Now let's take a closer look at why this drink, whether it's soda, sweet tea, energy drinks, or even that glass of wine at dinner, can quietly wreak havoc on your legs. We often hear about the dangers of sugar or alcohol in terms of heart disease or liver issues. But what's rarely talked about is how these beverages directly weaken your muscles, bones, and circulation, three pillars that determine how strong and stable your legs remain as you age. Let's start with sugar-sweetened beverages. These include sodas, fruit punches, iced teas, sports drinks, and flavored coffees. On the surface, they seem harmless, just a bit of refreshment. But inside your body, they unleash a damaging chain reaction. First, the high sugar content spikes your blood glucose, which sets off a cascade of inflammation. Chronic inflammation wears down your muscles over time and interferes with their ability to regenerate after everyday use. One of the most serious conditions tied to aging is sarcopenia, the loss of muscle mass and strength. It's a slow, silent process that begins around age 40 and speeds up after 60. When you consume sugary drinks regularly, your muscle cells experience something called mitochondrial dysfunction, meaning they can't produce energy efficiently. Your legs start to feel fatigued, unsteady, and weak, even if you haven't been physically active. But it doesn't stop at your muscles. Sugary sodas, especially colas, often contain phosphoric acid, which leaches calcium from your bones. This weakens your bone density and dramatically increases the risk of osteoporosis. We often associate brittle bones with people who don't get enough calcium, but drinking soda can be just as harmful, even if your diet is otherwise healthy. As bones become weaker, the risk of fractures skyrockets. One wrong step, one small fall, and suddenly your independence is gone. Alcoholic drinks present another challenge. While a glass of wine now and then may seem harmless, alcohol interferes with your body's ability to absorb key nutrients, including calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium. These nutrients are essential for keeping your muscles strong and your bones solid. Long-term alcohol use also disrupts protein synthesis, which your body relies on to build and repair muscle tissue. Without that process, muscles in your legs become more vulnerable to shrinking, weakening, and injury. Circulation is the third major factor. Both sugar and alcohol damage your blood vessels over time. Sugar stiffens the arteries, while alcohol contributes to vascular inflammation and elevated blood pressure. The result? Poor circulation, especially to your lower limbs. When your legs aren't getting enough oxygen and nutrients, every step becomes harder. Muscles fatigue faster. Wounds heal slower. Cramps, numbness, and swelling become more common. This can lead to serious conditions like peripheral artery disease, PAD, which drastically limits mobility. And let's not forget about balance. Alcohol affects the cerebellum, the part of your brain that controls movement and coordination. For older adults, even mild damage in this area can lead to a higher risk of falls, missteps, or delayed reactions when something feels off. Combine that with muscle weakness and brittle bones, and you have a recipe for disaster. In the end, it's not just about a drink. It's about how that drink slowly breaks down the very systems you rely on to stay mobile, independent, and strong. The truth may be hard to swallow, but it's also empowering. Because now that you understand the science, you can make smarter choices starting today. And your legs, your freedom, and your future will thank you for it. 1. Stop sugary beverages, the #1 culprit. It's time to face the biggest offender head-on: sugary drinks. For many older adults, grabbing a cold soda, sweet tea, or bottled fruit punch has become second nature. It's familiar, it's refreshing, and it gives a quick burst of energy. But behind that sweetness lies a hidden danger that directly threatens your leg strength. Sugary beverages are loaded with added sugars that rapidly spike your blood glucose. This doesn't just lead to an energy crash, it also contributes to chronic inflammation. Inflammation damages your muscles and blood vessels, making it harder for your legs to stay strong and properly supplied with oxygen and nutrients. Over time, this repeated damage causes muscles to weaken and fatigue faster. But the harm doesn't stop at your muscles. Many sodas, especially dark colas, contain phosphoric acid, which draws calcium out of your bones. Even if you're eating a calcium-rich diet, drinking soda can silently undo your efforts. Weakened bones mean greater risk of fractures, especially in the hips and legs. If you're drinking even one sugary beverage a day, your legs are likely paying the price. Fortunately, change is simple. Start by replacing one soda or sweet tea with water each day. Add slices of lemon, berries, or cucumber to make it more enjoyable. Choose herbal teas or sparkling water with a splash of 100% fruit juice for a healthier twist. Your legs deserve better than sugar in disguise, and now's the time to give them that chance. 2. Understand the sarcopenia connection. One of the most alarming risks linked to sugary drinks is their role in accelerating sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. While some muscle decline is a normal part of aging, consuming too much added sugar speeds up this process, and most people don't even realize it's happening until their mobility starts to suffer. Here's how it works. Sugary drinks cause inflammation and oxidative stress in the body. This damages your mitochondria, the tiny energy factories inside your cells. When your muscle cells can't generate energy efficiently, you begin to feel constant fatigue, weakness, and a noticeable lack of stamina, especially in your legs. Climbing stairs, standing from a chair, or walking a block starts to feel like hard labor. The muscles in your lower body, your thighs, calves, and hips, require consistent use and quality fuel to stay strong. But sugary drinks provide no protein, no vitamins, no minerals, just a flood of empty calories that rob your muscles of their strength over time. This decline doesn't just affect how you move, it affects how you live. Sarcopenia is closely linked to falls, fractures, and the loss of independence. But the good news is that it can be slowed, and even partially reversed, with smart lifestyle choices. Start by reducing sugar-sweetened beverages and replacing them with protein-rich snacks and hydrating drinks. Combine this with light strength training or resistance exercises. Protecting your muscles isn't just about staying strong, it's about preserving your freedom, your dignity, and your ability to live life on your own terms. 3. Watch out for bone robbers, phosphoric acid. When we think about bone health, We often focus on getting enough calcium or taking vitamin D supplements. But very few people talk about what's stealing strength from your bones, right under your nose. One major culprit is phosphoric acid, a common ingredient in many dark-colored sodas, especially colas. Phosphoric acid gives soda its tangy flavor and extends its shelf life, but it comes at a high cost to your bones. This compound has been shown to interfere with the body's ability to absorb calcium. Even worse, it may actually pull calcium out of your bones to neutralize its own acidity. That means each sip could be weakening your skeleton, especially if you're not offsetting it with bone-strengthening habits. For seniors, this is especially dangerous. With age, bone density naturally declines. Add regular soda consumption to the mix, and you may be putting your hips, spine, and legs at serious risk. Weakened bones increase the likelihood of fractures from minor stumbles, injuries that can lead to long-term immobility or even permanent loss of independence. The fix? Cut back on colas and similar acidic soft drinks. Instead, choose drinks that support your bones, like low-fat milk, almond milk fortified with calcium, or simply water infused with citrus fruits for flavor. Your bones are your framework. They support everything else you do. And every smart drink choice you make helps keep that foundation solid and strong for the years to come. 4. Avoid alcohol, another hidden leg weakener. Alcohol might seem harmless, especially in small amounts. A glass of wine with dinner, a beer during a weekend barbecue, or a cocktail with friends. But for older adults, even moderate alcohol use can quietly erode leg strength and balance in surprising ways. First, alcohol interferes with muscle repair. It disrupts protein synthesis, the process your body uses to rebuild and maintain muscle tissue. If you drink regularly, your muscles, especially in the legs, don't recover properly from everyday movement or exercise. This leads to gradual muscle wasting, also known as alcoholic myopathy. Second, alcohol blocks the absorption of key nutrients your body needs for muscle and bone health, like calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium. These deficiencies may not show up right away, but over time they can weaken your bones and leave your legs more prone to fatigue and cramping. Finally, alcohol impairs balance and coordination, particularly by damaging the cerebellum, the brain's movement control center. This makes seniors more vulnerable to falls, even after just 1 or 2 drinks. Combine that with muscle weakness, and every step becomes more dangerous. If you're experiencing leg weakness or instability, consider your alcohol habits. Reducing or eliminating alcohol, even just a few days a week, can dramatically improve how your legs feel and function. Choose nourishing drinks that support hydration and healing. Your legs, and your future self, will be stronger for it. 5. Protect circulation. Your legs depend on it. Strong legs don't just rely on muscles and bones, they depend on healthy circulation. Your blood delivers oxygen and nutrients that your leg muscles need to function with strength and endurance. But when sugary drinks and alcohol are part of your daily routine, that critical blood flow begins to suffer. Excessive sugar stiffens your arteries, leading to arterial inflammation and poor elasticity. Over time, this makes it harder for blood to travel efficiently, especially to your lower limbs. Alcohol, on the other hand, can damage your blood vessels by raising your blood pressure and weakening the integrity of your veins. Together, these effects limit the flow of nourishing blood to your legs, robbing your muscles of what they need to stay active and energized. Poor circulation can cause your legs to feel cold, numb, or tingly. It can also lead to peripheral artery disease, PAD, a condition that restricts blood flow and causes pain when walking. You may notice your legs tiring quickly or feeling unusually heavy, even after short distances. The good news? Improving circulation is absolutely possible. Begin by reducing or eliminating sugary drinks and alcohol, both of which directly contribute to vascular damage. Replace them with hydrating, circulation-friendly beverages like lemon water, herbal teas, or beetroot juice. Staying active with light walking and leg movements also keeps blood flowing smoothly. Your legs carry you through life. Make sure your blood can carry strength to them in return. 6. Strengthen with nutrition. Choose these drinks instead. While cutting out sugary and alcoholic beverages is essential, what you replace them with can be just as powerful in protecting your leg strength. The right drinks not only hydrate you, they also deliver nutrients that support muscle repair, bone density, and circulation. Let's start with the basics. Water. Plain water remains the gold standard for hydration. But if it feels too boring, infuse it with lemon, cucumber, mint, or berries for natural flavor and antioxidants. Hydrated muscles are more elastic, less prone to cramping, and better equipped to handle movement. Next, consider low-fat dairy or fortified plant-based milks like almond, soy, or oat milk. These provide calcium and vitamin D, two critical nutrients for bone and muscle health. Seniors often fall short on vitamin D, especially in winter months, so choosing drinks that supply this nutrient can make a real difference in preventing bone loss. For added benefits, include coconut water as an occasional beverage. It's naturally rich in potassium and magnesium, which help prevent muscle cramps and support electrolyte balance. Herbal teas, especially those like ginger or hibiscus, can also support circulation and reduce inflammation, helping your legs feel lighter and more energized. The key is to shift from beverages that damage to those that heal and nourish. Each time you choose a healthy drink, you're not just quenching your thirst, you're reinforcing the foundation your legs need to stay strong, mobile, and free. 7. Hydration first. Defend your joints and muscles. You've probably heard that staying hydrated is important, but when it comes to leg strength, balance, and mobility, hydration isn't just a suggestion. It's essential. And unfortunately, both sugary drinks and alcohol actually dehydrate the body, rather than nourish it. Alcohol is a known diuretic, meaning it causes you to lose fluids quickly through increased urination. Sugary drinks may not feel dehydrating, but they pull water into your digestive tract during absorption, reducing what's available for muscles and joints. The result? Stiffness, cramping, and fatigue in your lower limbs, all signs that your body isn't getting the fluid support it needs. Dehydrated muscles are more prone to injury and strain, especially during everyday movements like standing, walking, or bending. Your joints, particularly the knees and hips, also rely on fluid to stay cushioned and flexible. Without adequate hydration, they can become irritated and inflamed, leading to discomfort or instability. To protect your legs, make hydration a daily priority. Start each morning with a glass of water. Carry a refillable bottle with you and sip throughout the day. If you dislike plain water, add lemon or herbal infusions for flavor. Avoid caffeine and alcohol, especially in hot weather or after physical activity. Keeping your muscles and joints well lubricated gives your body the ability to move with ease. It's one of the simplest, most overlooked ways to stay strong, and it starts with what's in your glass. 8. Rebuild balance and confidence, one sip at a time. One of the most frightening consequences of weakened leg strength is losing your sense of balance. And while most people blame age or muscle loss alone, many don't realize how much sugary and alcoholic drinks play a hidden role in tipping the scale, literally. Alcohol directly affects the cerebellum, the area of the brain responsible for movement coordination. Even moderate drinking can reduce your reaction time, slow your reflexes, and impair your ability to stabilize your body. This means if you trip, your ability to catch yourself is reduced. One wrong step can turn into a dangerous fall. But it's not just alcohol. The sugar roller coaster, sharp spikes and crashes in blood glucose, can also leave you feeling dizzy, lightheaded, or fatigued. These moments of instability increase your risk of missteps, especially when walking, using stairs, or getting up from a seated position. The encouraging truth: You can begin to rebuild your stability by changing your drinking habits. Replacing harmful beverages with hydrating, nutrient-rich options strengthens both the body and the brain. As your muscles recover and your circulation improves, you may notice more energy in your legs, quicker response times, and greater confidence in your movements. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Even small, consistent changes can restore your balance and protect your independence. Every sip matters. And the more those sips support your strength, the more you can stand tall, walk freely, and move forward without fear. Let's take a moment to pause, not just to reflect on what we've learned, but to really let it sink in. Our legs carry us through life. They're the reason we can dance at weddings, chase after grandchildren, stroll through the garden, or simply stand at the stove to cook a meal for someone we love. And yet, most of us don't realize just how fragile that strength can become, or how easily it can slip away with something as simple as a drink we've grown used to. When we think of sugary sodas or a casual glass of wine, we don't see a threat. We see a habit. A comfort. Maybe even a reward after a long day. But for seniors, these seemingly harmless choices come at a much greater cost. We're not just talking about blood sugar levels or liver health, we're talking about your ability to stand, walk, and live independently. Leg weakness doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly, quietly. One soft drink here. One cocktail there. Over time, your muscles begin to feel heavier, your joints ache a bit more, and your balance isn't quite what it used to be. You chalk it up to age, but often, it's the result of years of choices made without knowing the true cost. But here's the beautiful part, you're never too old to make a powerful change. Every time you reach for water instead of soda, or choose an herbal tea instead of wine, you're not just making a healthier choice, you're reclaiming control over your body. You're investing in strength. You're preserving your freedom. You're saying, I'm not done walking through this world the way I want to. It's not about giving something up. It's about choosing something better. And yes, you deserve better. Better circulation. Better mobility. Better energy. Most of all, you deserve the confidence that comes from knowing your legs are strong enough to carry you wherever you want to go, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. So, let this be the moment you decide. No more letting a drink determine how far you can walk or how steady you feel on your feet. Let this be the moment you choose strength, one sip at a time. Because your future isn't just something you wait for. It's something you build. And it starts now. Now that you know the truth, what will you do with it? You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. You don't need to throw away everything in your fridge or swear off every sweet thing forever. What you need is a simple, consistent shift, one that protects your legs, fuels your strength, and supports the freedom you've worked so hard to maintain. Start small. This week, choose just one sugary drink to replace with something nourishing. Maybe it's water with lemon. Maybe it's a soothing herbal tea in the evening. Or perhaps a glass of unsweetened almond milk with added calcium and vitamin D. If you drink alcohol, consider setting a few alcohol-free days each week to give your body time to recover and rebuild. Every change you make sends a message to your muscles, your bones, and your circulation, you matter. I'm protecting you now. If you're unsure where to begin, start by listening to your body. Notice how your legs feel at the end of the day when you hydrate well. Notice if you feel steadier, lighter, more energized. These are signs of healing in progress, and they can become your new normal. Share this video with a friend or family member who could benefit from stronger legs and better balance. It's never too late to start protecting our bodies from the inside out. And don't forget to subscribe to Elder Spark for more powerful, science-based, emotionally honest health tips created just for older adults like you. Your legs are your foundation. Let's honor them by making every sip count. Sugary drinks and alcohol may seem harmless, but for seniors, they can quietly weaken your legs, rob your muscles of energy, and steal calcium from your bones. Over time, these beverages reduce circulation, increase the risk of falls, and accelerate the loss of strength and balance. The good news? You have the power to make a change, starting today. By swapping just one sugary or alcoholic drink for a healthier option like lemon water, herbal tea, or fortified milk, you're taking a meaningful step toward stronger legs and better mobility. It's not about giving things up, it's about choosing what helps you feel better, move easier, and live with confidence. So take that step. Choose wisely. Your body will feel the difference, and your legs will thank you for years to come. Stay strong, stay hydrated, and keep moving forward.